was nice. I do think your swing is looking more and more like Justin Rose's.
Well, it's funny you should say that, Pierce, because today we are breaking down Justin Rose's golf swing to see what you can learn how to perfect your short irons.
Welcome to the Impact Show. We are coaches Piers and Andy, and as you can see, we are doing a bit of an analysis and getting the best bits out of Justin Rose's golf swing, and obviously it's a pretty decent golf swing.
He's had a pretty good season last season anyway, didn't he?
Pretty decent, wasn't it? Pretty decent. And actually, you're not far off it with your golf swing at the moment. It's looking pretty good.
It's all right.
So look, what we want to do is just talk about Justin from a short iron perspective. We're lucky enough to get some footage from the TaylorMade guys on his golf swing and some of his TrackMan numbers, just to give you a little bit of an idea how we can make you more consistent and dial you in on those short irons. So let's have a look at his golf swing. This really is the finish of his golf swing that we're really going to focus at. But if we look from the front on view, as he goes into his backswing, you see his wind up is very sort of centered, he's staying over the golf ball. But this is what we really like. As he's then coming down into his downswing and into his through swing, you can see his right side, his right shoulder is quite, what we would say, covering the golf ball, but it's aggressive in getting forward, isn't it? So we can see when he finishes the golf shot, his right shoulder is actually the furthest point forward in his golf swing. So that really helps us, we feel, Andy, with getting that ball strike pure when he's hitting it, because he's getting that upper body over the golf.
It allows him to get that ball then turf and strike. That strike is so key when it comes to short irons. Distance control is so key, so that's what we're looking for. Yeah,
so he does a really good job of that, and that's one thing we're going to highlight in a moment. And then we look down the line, again, we know that obviously he's going to be on plane, we like those things about his golf swing, but as he then gets into his finish position, we can see that it looks like he's playing a fade, Andy.
Yeah.
So it looks like he's actually holding the club face off and trying to play a fade. You can see the club shaft there pointing up in the air, nearly the same angle as his spine. But we know from the numbers that we got from TaylorMade through TrackMan that he actually wasn't playing a fade when he's playing these shots. It was still a little bit of a draw, path and face relationship. So why would he be holding the club off as much like this, Andy?
Well, look, completely different, obviously, short irons compared to hitting the driver. With driver, we're looking to get maximum distance. With short irons, we're looking to get control of distance, but also control of club face. It's important that we get distance good, but accuracy as well, especially with these top guys, Piers. They want to be knocking these short irons as close as they can. So what Justin does, as you mentioned, Piers, he's still got a path out to the right. Yeah. But what he's really looking to do is control the club face. Now, if he was to sort of release the club face a lot and be aggressive with closing the face, well, it's not very accurate and consistent doing it that way. So what Justin does, he allows his body to turn. There's an element of closing of the club face through here now, but he wants to control that a little more. So as he goes into sort of this through swing, he finishes with this sort of watch here, Piers, facing behind him, and the club pointing up in the air like so. Now, somebody who would want to create a lot of power and get a lot of closure of the face, it would be very much like this. So his finish position here, Piers, we always talk about it, how you finish influences what you do before, but his finish position really allows him to create a lot more of a stable face and just get some control through the golf ball, because the last thing a good player wants especially is to get that club turning over, because in terms of distance control, when you get a slightly closed face, you're going to get more ball speed, and you're probably going to get the golf ball flying through the green as well. So just do that a few more times, and actually just pay attention to Andy's shoulder as he's doing this, because as he goes through and has that sort of finish position as his focus, this trail shoulder then becomes the furthest point forward when he is doing this. If we think of someone like a Henrik Stenson, that's a little bit different, isn't it? How he releases the club because of his club face position. He has to almost hold that right shoulder back when he comes into his finish position to get that full release. And like you say, getting at this shoulder over here really allows you to get the ball followed by the turf, and it's, for somebody who tends to hit the ground a little first, Piers, it's a great swing thought to be able to get that right shoulder firing through and almost have a pace after the golf ball. Great way of getting the bottom of the swing more after.
Let's watch you hit one actually. So we'll probably get hitting 2 shots here. So again, would there be anything you do in your setup to help you with this? What's your weight distribution?
I'd maybe go a little on the left side, maybe 55 to 60% left side with this, but I'm really going to focus on getting my right shoulder through and get what we call, Piers, going back in time. I want my watch pointing behind me.
Back in time, I like it.
Okay, so let me get my alignment here, and I'm just going to focus on that finish, getting that right shoulder through as well.
Very nice.
So you can see our finish there, Piers. Watch facing behind me, right shoulder's nice and through. Great strike on the golf ball, but again, controlling that club face here. I'm not letting that club face over rotate through
Yeah,
the ball.
just hit me into one more there, and I think that's really important. Again, just watch this when Andy plays these shots, how he's really feeling as though he's holding off. The ball flight isn't a fade. You may think it would be a fade. It really is. It's going to be this controlled, neutral flight,
Yep.
and maybe even it's easier to knock the ball flight down a little bit as well, which is something that the best players in the world like to do when they're hitting these short irons. Yeah, very nice. That was good.
Yeah, again, you can see there, real control on the flight of that shot, Pierce. No curvature on the shot. I'm finished nicely balanced, and I'm pointing behind me there.
Back in time.
I'm back in time.
He's back in time. He just made that up just before the video started. Okay, look, before we finish here, look, a very big thank you to David Ledbetter, who are actually at the global headquarters here in Champions Gate, Orlando, Florida, for allowing us to film these videos. And as always, if you have any questions about this video whatsoever, post them down below.
At the Trackman booth, we're talking all about strike. I'm really focused on my strike here.
Okay, so how did that feel, Andy? Because always
That was pretty good.
I can tell you what, it looks
Maybe,
like pretty
maybe
good.
I've hit that a bit too well, to be fair, Pierce. That was pretty good. So for more great coaching videos and to have myself and Pierce as your very own personal online golf coaches, then make sure you head over to our website, meandmygolf.com, where we created a fantastic platform for you to learn. Click the link in the corner and we will see you over there.